morning, Suprabhat, Namaskar. Being the last speaker on this inaugural address, most of the points, everything has been covered by the eminent speakers and the leaders of the industry. Even then, being from the PNGRB and for the CGD, the conference 14th CGD and transforming challenges into opportunities, I will focus on some activities and some roles which we are doing, and we are constantly busy on 24/7 on this regulations part, especially after this conflict, West Asia conflict and the geopolitical crisis. So, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed representatives of the industry, delegates, members of academia, technology partners, ladies and gentlemen, once again very good morning to all. It gives me immense pleasure to address the August gathering at the 14th City Gas Conference cum Exhibition 2026. I compliment Resonance Energy for organizing this important forum at a time when the Indian city gas distribution sector is at a defining stage of its growth trajectory. The chosen theme, transforming challenges into opportunities, is both timely and appropriate. See, looking to the subject, this conflict has given a greatest opportunity to the CGD industries of the challenge of the choose of the two fuels, LPG and the PNG. Now, the present ministry, the present Petroleum Secretary, Dr. Neeraj Mittal, and our Honorable Petroleum Minister issued a control order on 6th of April of this year that wherever the DPNG is there, the LPG should be disconnected within 30 days, and you will not get the LPG connection. Can you all imagine the CGD companies at one time, they were struggling for the DPNG connections to the consumers. They were only focusing on the CNG stations because CNG gives the revenue at an early stage. But DPNG was really a challenge. So today the CGD sector has evolved into one of the most significant pillars of India's energy transition. It is now the second largest consumer of natural gas after the fertilizer sector, with a daily consumption of over 42 MMSCMD. Pata is an example of GAIL, approximately half of which is presently being met through imported LNG. Following the completion of the 12th CGD round, nearly 99.9% of India's population residing in about 99% of the country's geographical area is covered under authorized geographical areas. Today we have 309 geographical areas. It was 307. Last 2 to 3 months back, we have sorted out the boundary issues, and the IGL got the 2 additional GS of the Gurugram and the Faridabad. Yes, okay. Now, this unprecedented expansion reflects the confidence of the government and the industry in natural gas as a cleaner, safer, and more efficient energy source. At the same time, it also places enormous responsibility on all stakeholders to deliver the infrastructure envisaged under these authorizations. Against the authorization targets of nearly 11.86 crore domestic PNG connections, over 19,000 CNG stations, and around 3.84 lakh inch kilometers of steel pipeline, substantial progress has been achieved. However, the journey ahead remains equally demanding. Recent geopolitical developments have once again reminded us that energy security cannot be taken for granted. The uncertainty surrounding international gas and crude oil supplies, rising LNG dependence, and disruptions in global supply chains have highlighted the need to strengthen domestic energy infrastructure while simultaneously diversifying fuel sources. Recognizing this challenge, the government has launched focus initiatives under PNG Drive. Now here I want to focus that PNG 2.0 drive was started by PNGRB on 1st of January 2026. It went on for initially 3 months till 31st March 2026. Between that, the geopolitical crisis has come up and it has been extended by another 3 months, and the drive has gone up to 30th June 2026. I have certain figures which I will share with the August audience. Now, as a regulator, our responsibility is to ensure that regulatory frameworks facilitate faster implementation without compromising the fundamental principles of safety, technical integrity and consumer protection is the most important thing. It is in this context that PNGRB has initiated several measures to facilitate accelerated PNG infrastructure development across all authorized geographical areas. During review meetings held jointly with the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas and various CGD entities, certain practical issues affecting the pace of PNG expansion were identified. Now here, please listen, what are the two things, great regulations we are amending now. Two important measures emerged as a potential game changers. It is for the exclusively the CGD players in India. It has come up the issues from the CGD entities. Control utilization of multi-layer composite pipes, that is MLC pipe, which Negiji has already mentioned. Of upstream consumer meter and the utilization of existing reticulated LPG pipeline system for PNG supply in residential complexes wherever technically feasible. Now, myself as a board member of the PNGRB visited the sites to see the safety aspects of the MLC pipes in Bakpat area under Tingas IGP in Dwarka and also in some areas of the NCR region. Recognizing the importance of this initiative, PNGRB technical team has visited multiple project locations across GS to study the safety engineering practices and all. With regard to MLC piping system, the proposed guidelines permit the control utilization for PNG installations under well-defined technical conditions. Now, what is MLC? MLC is nothing. It is a 5-layer pipes. I don't have this picture now. It goes from the transition fitting. The riser will come for 3 meters. After 3 meters, with one reducer, the MLC pipe will go to the inlet of the meter. Till date, regulation speaks from the meter outlet to the PNG stoves, I mean the Suraksha rubber tube. But now the inlet will go. With this, what will happen? The massive reduction of the plumbing jobs. Now plumbing takes place of maximum number of bands. Now somebody is, say, घर का चौकट यहाँ पे है and kitchen is sometimes say 20 meters away. For the coatis, I mean, I am just telling you. Now to go to this 20 meters kitchen, there are number of bands and double threads, you know, L band and union and all this thing. Oh, and more the unions, the more is the joint points are coming, the safety leakage points are coming. But here, MLC, and very shortly, I think by August, you will get the good result. It will be way faster and this regulation will be published under this thing, under me. I have taken a lot of initiative in this one. Number one. Number two is the reticulated LPG system. In many societies, I am not aware of this eastern part, whether the societies are having reticulated. There were some LPG banks were there, or some LPG bottles are there, where the MS pipes are used in the housing society of G+20 or G+30. And these pipes, I have myself tested, these are all MS pipes. MS pipe. But for the CGD risers, they are the GI pipes. But GI pipes are threaded. But in the reticulated system, MS pipes are welded. So we have to test, only thing is the hydro test of flushing need to be done. Once you dethrone this LPG bottling and give your PNG connection, your ready-made systems are ready. At least you will get 200 houses, 300 houses. So like this you can do with these two regulations, you can maximize the DPNG connections. Now in the PMO office, it has come up from the Tarun Kapoor, our advisor, that 1 lakh connections, but practically it is not viable. But why he has told 10x? It is only because at least 3x can be achieved. So with this PNG drive, we have given you this figure. I am just telling you the DPNG progress bill today. I am talking not about the registration, the bill. PNGRB is always focused on the bill consumers, not the registration or the last mile connectivity. April 25, December 25, it was 2,728, and in June 26, it has come up to 9,089. Oh. You see the manifold. Yeah. Now this target, it is in the space, I mean, it is only because the CGD faced a problem, the infra was not ready. And I am just telling you to all the entities, especially to Bengal Gas and HPCL who are there in this West Bengal and also the Northeastern, the capex should be, capex is most important thing. Many of the CGDs fail where the board has not sanctioned the capex, because to make the bill connections, multifold the many this connection, here capex is involved. Roughly we have calculated something around 18,000 to 20,000 rupees per DPNG connections is required. Now if your MWP is say 50,000, multiply that, and same thing capex has to be done. If your infra is not ready, at least initially we start through installation of the DCU, decompression unit from the high to the low pressure, 4 bar, and ultimately you go to the network like this. So these are the two regulations are coming. I am not going much of the technical details, and this reflects your PNGRB's regulatory philosophy of facilitating innovation without compromising safety. Parallelly, the amendments to the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board technical standards and specification, including safety standards, it is called 4S are there, it's called T4S, for city or local gas distribution network regulations 2008, had also been initiated to formally incorporate provisions relating to the use of MLC pipes upstream of the consumer meters and utilization of existing reticulated LPG system for PNG supply. Friends, regulation must continuously evolve alongside technology. The future CGD network will not only transport natural gas but will increasingly integrate multiple gaseous fuels including compressed biogas, biomethane, and in future hydrogen blends wherever technically feasible. We have done 5 projects, pilot projects, where 2% and 5% simulation of hydrogen blending has been done in the CGD, and some success stories have come up in the DPNG and also to some extent to the CNG. So digital technologies such as SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisition systems, GIS based asset management, the network, the management should know where my network is there to avoid the duplicate infrastructure and to see the capacity also the flow, and AI enabled leak detection, predictive maintenance, remote monitoring, and integrated management system will become integral components of modern gas distribution network. Regulatory frameworks must therefore remain dynamic, technology neutral, and performance oriented while ensuring uncompromising public safety. Ladies and gentlemen, PNGRB remains committed to working closely with the ministry, CGD entities, industry associations, technology providers, and all stakeholders in creating an enabling regulatory ecosystem that promotes sustainable growth while upholding the highest standards of safety and technical excellence. Now, Balian Sahab has mentioned about the LNG. We are working on it. The regulations are there for the registrations and other things. Now, LNG, I am just telling you, to make the energy mix today, I think we are hovering off 6.7 or something, and government mandate by 2032 to go up to 15%. So LNG trucking vertical is another this thing for the promotion of the gases. Now China, you see 8 lakh or 10 lakh trucks are prevailing. Now today India, we have interacted with the automobiles. The LNG truck, the cryogenic trucks are coming to the tune of 65 lakhs or so. But if the volume increases, it will come to the normal truck value of 35 lakhs. Though the boil off is a challenge, but even then vis-a-vis, it has got a much more advantageous factor compared to the fossil fuel like diesel. In the long haul transport, where 1000 kilometer or 1200 kilometer with one cryogenic tank can carry over, this network we have to make like an LNG grid. So the terminal stations has to be positioned at important places. Today I think eastern area beyond Odisha, the LNG terminals are not so. Some of the companies are working like Ultra and all these things, they are working on it, I mean. And thirdly, capex is one issue I am just telling you. And in the CGD, the safety has to be there, the GIS mapping has to be there in the network, and the consumer registration portal. It should be very friendly and eco-friendly access, so that at one go, the KYC, whether it is a mobile through or Aadhaar card, these need to be very smoothly, it has to be done. Many IGL is the very premium, I think it's an exemplary in India, though it is quite old, of 2 to 3 decades. They have done an excellent this and that. Now asking rate, whenever you plan the CGD, this thing scheduling plan, if my MWP is there, what is my asking rate? Accordingly, my infra need to be ready. If my say designated natural gas pipeline is coming late, let me make the infra. So once the pipeline is laid and the hookup is done, tap off is done, so that the gas can be immediately fed to the domestic PNG and the hotels and restaurants or hospitals, wherever it is like. Other part of this one is we are working in many fields like, now if I tell it will be very long, but for the CGD, these are the things one should focus, the network and all, and the capacity, and the like IGGL, Mr. Subrata Das told, he is forming a grid. Now the grid DFR is designed in such a way, he is going to the northeastern state capital, and in the 12th round of bidding, the GA has been given at the state-wise, like Arunachal Pradesh 1 GA, Nagaland 1 GA, Manipur 1 GA. So my request, our board request to the CGD entities, you be ready with the infra. When the IGGL gas reaches to the state capital, from the capital through spider network, it should go to all the districts, all the charge areas. I once again congratulate Resonance Energy for organizing this important conference and wish all participants a fruitful deliberation and meaningful outcomes. Thank you all. Jai Hind.